friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Akotosio Sandra once again. In the previous videos, we have been studying about the terminologies in Excel, but today we are going to be studying about the errors that we do when we are dealing with the Excel worksheet. So in this case, we're going to be dealing about the errors, like how we make the errors and how we can control the errors and how the errors come about. So there is an Excel worksheet that I prepared here that I'll be illustrating on how the errors can be really made. Let's leave it for a moment. So this is the Excel worksheet that I prepared to show on how the Excel errors are made, and these are the brief explanation of how those common errors occur, and we are going to learn like how we can overcome them. So when you go to this first error, which is that, then what is described about it? This error appears when a formula attempts to divide a number by 0. For example, if you have a formula like this and this, 0 empty Excel will display this error. So we are going to do it practically. We shall come and click on this cell, then we shall say equals, and you get like a number of this, so we shall highlight this, which is this, then we get that sign, then you put divide by 0, enter. When you look at this error that we have made here, it literally shows this. So how we can overcome about this error? Realize that when you divide a number by 0, it brings some kind of this error. So to limit ourselves from getting such errors, when we are dividing a number, make sure you don't divide it by 0. That's how this error can be limited. So when you go to this next error about a value, that star hash value, and that, it is literally explained here, which says this error usually happens when a formula has the wrong type of argument. For instance, trying to perform a mathematical operation on text values instead of numbers, which triggers this error. So in this error, they're telling us when we have to perform a formula like on a wrong type of argument. So this is how we are going to be doing this error. So in the cell reference, whereby they said when you are like for this type of error where they said perform a mathematical operation on text values instead of numbers, which triggers the error. So for an example, we shall just first use this cell. So we shall go to this cell, then we say equals, we shall put sum. No, let's put, let us use it manually. So we shall tap on this cell, then we put plus, then in case of anything, then we go to this text, we shall put enter. So in such a kind of error, this is how it is got. First, when you are doing sum, addition, and other formulas that may need calculation, then you use values and text. Values and text, they don't really match. We literally have to use numbers and numbers so that we get the answer that we have to get. But in this kind of error, in case you had to press like this, then by mistake you press this, this is the error that you get. So in case this happens, you should just get to know that you used values and text. So to just make it to correct what you have done. That's how we get that kind of error. So when we go to ref, this third error, this occurs when a formula refers to a cell that has been deleted or is not valid. So for example, if you have a formula that references to cell that and you delete that, you'll see this error in this formula place. So what we're going to do in this, we are going to use this cell down here. So in this cell down here, we shall put the cursor here, then we say equals, we shall get this cell that is C7, we tap on it, then we say plus, so this one, when you enter we get the answer. But when we go back to one of these cells, we are going to see 7, which is 92. Absolutely, is 92. Then we delete it. So when we delete it, so that's how we are going to be getting this error. When you have two numbers here, like this is 89, then we get a formula that adds this and this. When we get a value, then we go back and delete one of them, then you press enter. That's how we shall get the kind of error here, which is the third one. So in our next error, which is this error is shown when the Excel doesn't recognize the text in a formula. It could be due to misspelled function name, missing quotation mark, or an identified mark range. So in this kind of error, an example will be done in this cell. Shall use equals, then we do this, then we so in this fourth Excel error, we shall try a formula that if we forget some function in the formula, such as a quotation mark, a comma, or even a bracket, this error is created. So we shall say equals where we have to put sum, but then we shall not first put sum. So we shall first put sum. After this equals, we shall put sum. Then of course we have to put the brackets, but since we are making an error that we miss some things like brackets, quotation mark, and other undefined name range, we shall first tap on this cell. Then we realize that if we miss a bracket, this type of error is created. So to prevent such kind of an error, we have to find a way of fixing a correct function without misspelling some function names like quotation mark and undefined name range like commas and so on, to prevent such kind of error. So in case you get such a kind of error, you get to know that there is something you have misspelled in the function that you have made. So when you go to our next error, that's the fifth one, let's first delete this error that we had made here. So this fifth error that you're seeing here that I'm rolling around with the cursor, this error happens when a formula or function contains invalid numeric values, such as a negative number in a function that requires a positive number, or when a formula generates a number that is too large or too small to be represented. So for this case, we shall use this cell here. In this error is created by two different actions. So the first action, we shall be like we are getting a square root. Like we all know that when you're getting a square root, the number has to be a positive in the square root. So we shall say equals square roots. We shall first take this first one. So you have to put the number of the square root. But you know that the square root needs a positive number. So we shall first delete this. We shall say negative 3. Then we shall first close the brackets. Then we shall say enter. So that's how we shall get the first error. Like that's one of the errors that we get when we put a negative number in a function which requires a positive number. So to prevent such kind of an error, well, we know well that to get a square root, the number has to be a positive. So you make sure that when you're getting a square root, the number should be a positive to prevent such kind of errors. So the next error is an error that when a formula generates a number that is too small or too large to be represented. So here we shall use an example of the factorials. We shall say equals fac. Yeah, we shall use this first one. To get a factorial of a number, when we use a small number like 20, then you press enter. Yeah, we get the factorial of the number. But there they said here, when a formula generates a number that is too large or too small to be presented. So this formula that we are using needed a small number. But we kind of had to, like, we used a small number, then it brought the answer. So let us try with a big number. We see if it can bring an error. So we shall say equals factorial, which is this first blue one. So when you try with a large number like 1,000, and you press enter, oh, that's how the error is also good. The second way it's good. So in this case, we realize that there are some functions that need smaller numbers. So when you get such kind of error, you should be expecting two of the mistakes. One should be either you placed a positive or a negative where it doesn't have to be, then maybe a bigger number for a small one or a small number for a big one. That's how the error comes about. And how to prevent it, you have to put the correct specific things in that specific positions. So when you go to this 60th error, it talks about this star star hash NOA and star star up. So this is the 60th error that we're going to be talking about, which says this indicates that a value is not available. Or commonly, full stop, commonly seen in lookup functions like those ones when a match cannot be found. This is kind of related to one of these, whereby even only a comma brings the function, just that this one is mainly found in the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP functions. So we shall get an example using this very cell, this cell up here. So we shall say equals VLOOKUP, VLOOKUP. It has even appeared. We shall tap on it. The good thing with it, it brings the values that like the way you have to put them. So according to the definition of the 60th error, it shows that in case you misfire any of these things that are placed here that have to be placed in those specific orders, this error is the one that comes about. So let's try it out. So this is a lookup value. We shall get this. Yeah, that's a lookup value. Then we shall put comma. Okay. Then there is lookup value. There is table array. So this table array, we shall use this. Let's use that since we are looking for an error. So we shall put a comma. Then there is school index number. We shall put like 2. Then there is the range. We shall put true. After putting true, we shall close the brackets. When we do close the brackets, when we do close those brackets there we have seen there, we realize that when you put the enter, realize that that's the error that comes about. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my videos, like them, and share the link so all of us can gain and we get to know more things about Excel, Word, and other functions that we use in this technology. Thanks for watching. Good time. Bye bye.